Hi everybody, I hope you're all okay. Welcome to my new video, welcome to my channel. So, I've been on Mounjaro now for about 2 weeks and unfortunately it's not going too well. I have managed to gain £4 in the last week, in the last 8 days or so. And I have also been away, so things have been a bit hectic. On Wednesday I received some really bad news, so my mind was not on losing weight or anything like that. So basically I can't remember what I had last Monday, but last Tuesday it was my birthday and I never behave on my birthday. I never eat normally or anything like that, just using the excuse that it was my birthday. For breakfast, I had a small breakfast at Spoons. The fried egg wasn't even cooked, which was disgusting. So I had an extra portion, well not an extra portion, but I had a portion of scrambled eggs to go with it. And I love scrambled eggs. And then I ended up having a walk around Meadowhall and buying some presents for myself for my birthday. And then I went for dinner and I went to Harvester. And I didn't have a starter because normally when I go into Harvester I normally have a starter as well as a meal and a pudding, and I just had the meal, which was belly pork and chorizo skewers. It has vegetables with it, and I chose golden rice and beans instead of chips. And you also get a small coleslaw with it, and you get a sauce of your choice. I only liked barbecue that was on the list because you have a choice of piri piri, hot honey, there was another one as well, so I just went for barbecue because it's the only one I like. And then for pudding, I really wanted a slice of cheesecake. They didn't have any cheesecake, so I went for a choc pot instead, which is quite small. It's about, I think it's $5.99 or $6.99 just for a really tiny pot, which I think is ridiculous. And then when my other half got over, we shared a massive box of Maltesers between us. And I have found out since that I can't eat normal chocolate anymore while I'm on Mounjaro because it makes me feel really sick. I'm okay with Maltesers, it's just other chocolate that I've noticed. So on Tuesday night we had Chinese. I didn't have half as much as what I would normally have, but still, by the end of it, I had some really horrendous side effects. I had really, really bad stomachache and cramping. I felt extremely nauseous. I was profusely sweating. I just didn't feel at all well. Luckily, I was okay by Wednesday morning. I was fine. I was going away on the Wednesday, and I was going down south. I was going to Berkshire to spend time with my dad and see my sister and my friends, and I was given some really, really bad news, as I said, so my mind wasn't on it. So we went to McDonald's. I had a Fanta and I had a big arch, but I couldn't finish the big arch. I left over half of it. I had the top half of the burger bun, some of the onions, and one patty, and that was it. I had to leave the rest, which is unusual for me, but I was still feeling a bit iffy at this point. I had about 3 mouthfuls of the burger before I was like, oh, I don't think I can eat this for much longer. And then the following day, I had a chicken McChicken sandwich, which I was able to eat. I think it might have been because it was chicken and not beef. And I had a cherry and lemonade frozen drink. I really like those. And then I went out to see my friend on a Friday. I just had a small portion of onion rings and 2 slices of bread and butter because I couldn't eat much. Later on, went for a drink. My friend had ice cream and a shake. No, not an ice cream. She had a shake and a gelato drink because at this gelato shop that's in Newbury, if you've heard of it, it's Sunday Gelatos. I had bubble gum I can't remember the name of it. There is actually a name for it, but I can't remember the name of it. I had a bubblegum shake thing. It had whipped cream on it, sauce. It was lovely. And I think I had a sandwich when I got back later. Saturday I went to see my sister and we had a meal out at Pinato Lounge in Banbury. And it was very nice. I had a lounge burger, chips. She didn't get many chips. I seemed to be alright while I was having that. I had a custard cream milkshake and pudding had a small trifle. And then Sunday I was out with my other friend and I had sausage and mash with peas, crispy onions, and I had a fruit sundae for pudding. I can't remember what I had for tea. I can't even remember what I had Monday or Tuesday. Yesterday we went to Harvester and I had pretty much the same as what I had last Tuesday, except I did have a star. I had some garlic bread and mushrooms and with a pudding. They did have cheesecake this time, so I had a slice of that. I know it's very naughty to have most of what I had, especially while on Mounjaro. I have had quite a few side effects as well since starting it. As I said the other night, I was sweating profusely. It was really bad. Bad stomach, very upset stomach, very bad nausea, passing gas, which is disgusting, I know, and also sulphur burps, which are horrible, they're like eggy burps. Also feeling full within a few mouthfuls, not being able to eat very much as well. That was my other side effect, being full really quickly, like after 3 or 4 mouthfuls, struggling to eat. So I've also been told that a letter from the doctor was declined regarding more Mounjaro, so I don't know what's going on. I should find out tomorrow when I speak to a diabetic nurse. So hopefully next week will be a better update, and hopefully I will have lost some weight and not gained. So that's it for now. Thank you for watching and I will see you next week. Bye bye.